Cassandra? Were those really all your names, or were you having them on?
Having who on?
At the Winter Palace. Were you having them on, or are you really Cassandra, Allergy, Porter, Philimajig, Pentagast?
I really am. My family is as pretentious as it is large.
How do you remember them all?
I have them stitched into all my clothes.
No way that fits across your breeches.
What is that commotion?
Your climbers seem tired, thanks. More hunting. Is your hold beast well?
We hunt as well as ever.
You would be safer under the shield of the jaws of Hakkon.
Fisherson has taken victory in sight of the Lady of the Skies. You owe 4 rounds to Hask, not 3.
Ha! Teared his tits.
Wind, lift your oaths to the Lady of the Skies. And hand the rams over come sunrise.
May your people be as strong as your hold beast. This is not my hold, Lowlander. I will not shed your blood here. You will face the full might of the jaws of Hakkon soon enough.
We've heard of your arrival, Lowlanders. Come, share my fire where we might speak. Visitor, I am Svara Sunhair, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. Few of our people have ever seen a Kunari. It is pleasing not to have to look down while we talk. You and your people have come far from the safety of the lowlands.
We have not come to cause trouble in your home, Thane. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the jaws of Hakkon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrofson. I wager you have crossed blades with the jaws of Hakkon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
When I first entered your hold, there was a climbing contest of some sort. What was that?
The test of the Lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse, while those who favor you hold you aloft. The test of Hakkon is battle, with blunted weapons.
It seems as fair a way as any to decide such matters.
In many cases, the law is clear. The tests are only for real disputes. As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty. Ah, words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakkon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
What do the Jaws of Hakkon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hakkonites care only for Hakkon Winter's Breath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hakkon. There are times to fight, but the Jaws of Hakkon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
You said that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakkon.
Yes. Many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
What can you tell me of the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakkon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrison lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing, but only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
I'll speak with you later.
Farewell. Inquisitor?
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I was born Svara Janisdotten. For my legend mark, I once fought a battle with my hair on fire.
You lit your hair on fire?
An enemy archer lit my hair on fire. I was locked shield to shield with a foe, and I had no time to douse it. It scared my foes. My hair was braided long enough that I could spare it. It stank worse than goat shit, though.
The Hakkonites are attacking my people. I would welcome any assistance you could offer.
Bathing my blade in the blood of the Hakkonites would be cause for a feast for most in this hold. The Hakkonites are fools, and they have forgotten the old ways. But we have pledged peace with them. To attack with lowlanders at our side would make us oathbreakers. This is poor weather for me to ask that of my hold.
What would change the weather?
Among the Avar, a hold draws strength from its hold beast. They are as kin to us. When our hold beast is strong and happy, there is joy. When it sickens and dies, it is an ill omen. Our bear, Storvacker, has not been seen in days. The hold fears for her. I cannot ask the hold to break peace oaths unless Storvacker returns.
You have members of the hold searching for Storvacker.
The hold is already fearful. A great hunt for our hold beast would show weakness to the Hakkonites. If she were dead, the Augur would know. So the hunters watch for tracks. That is all we can do.
The way you asked us to help find Storvacker made it sound like you were willing to break your oath.
I could say that Avar hold all oaths sacred. That no true Avar would break them. It would be a good lie. Lowlanders doubtless say the same of themselves. A cunning Thane can find a hole in the tent of any promise. A place for the cold wind to sneak in. We are bone and blood. Oaths last until they are broken.
If I find your bear and you break the oath, what happens to Stonebear Hold?
Other holds share oaths with the Jaws of Hakkon. They are sworn to defend or avenge them. If the Hakkonites were friends, they would attack us. But they are friends to few. We will send offerings, trade, and gifts to pay the price of oath-breaking. The storm will pass. I do not do this lightly, Inquisitor. But the Hakkonites are tiresome.
Maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but bears and I traditionally do not get along.
You have fought bears. You lived. Good for you. Fear will keep you respectful should you find Storvacker. You will be fine.
So you're saying she's friendly? I'll speak with you later.
Ask those in the hold about Storvacker. They may know something they have not told me.
I assume you were properly impressed by Halam Sharal. It is rare to be welcomed in the halls of power.
A golden shitter. Their servants come down the streets to drink the abuse away. You can have it.
Oh, I will. And I'll be sure to entertain your requests for orphan salve or whatever you're championing on the day.
You all think no one can touch you, but I say a kind word to a butler, and I'm in your vault, because he hates you.
And I'll fill it just to watch you scurry from the gutter, again and again and again. Big vault, little elf.
Yes, well, everyone says you're fat.
Yet. Too many visitors stirring up the forest. The gods don't like it.
Before the new moon.
Let the jaws of Hakkon try some luck. They know whose crap this is.
Inquisitor,
I'd like to talk about Storvacker, your hold beast.
what would you know?
I'll speak with you later.
Walk with the ladies. Why do they dress like that?
You're the one they speak about in the lowlands, aren't you? The Herald of Andraste.
Many call me that.
Helmsdim Rolfson. I trade our goods outside the hold. You'll not find better this side of the mountain.
Have you traveled outside of Stonebear Hold?
Court Mountain Father provides. But press us, and we'll admit there's lowlander goods we can't craft ourselves. I sell our goods there. The old trader taught me how to read and write, and how to act in your cities.
Where does your trading take you?
Denerim and Southreach in Ferelden. Leeds and Verchet in Orlais. When the passes are clear, I take our wares to Val Royeaux.
Surely you can get a fair price for your goods closer than Val Royeaux.
Ah, well, that's truth, but have you seen it? My heart lies with the Hold, but I'll die remembering the light on the gates of the sun.
It's a city of plots and masks. There's rot below all that gilded paint.
It's in Orlesian nature to plot. They've not our strength, our ancestors, but they've built a wondrous thing.
One could almost believe you admire Orlais.
You sound like the Thane. Most in the Hold call any city outside the mountains prideful on lowlander folly.
Farewell.
Another time.
So he arrives. Don't throng. Behold, worthy ones, the man who blazes like fire and mends the air.
That's a lot of not good.
What is this? Oh, demon summoning. Delightful.
I am the Ogre of Stonebear Hold. I greet you, as do our gods and the gods of our ancestors. Yes, it is done. Now come, be welcome, and hear news of the North.
I met a mage in the woods who said she used to be an Augur's apprentice.
Sigrid Golstotten. She left the Hold when I told her she must release her teacher.
Aren't you her teacher?
She might have heeded me if I were. Oh, perhaps not. It's time the spirit in her was free.
She's an abomination?
Every mage in the Hold is made one with the gods until they're strong enough. I thought Sigrid strong enough. Exile was her own motion.
I'd like to ask something.
Then ask.
I should be off.
Farewell. Be welcome.
I met a mage in the woods who said she used to be an Augur's apprentice.
Sigrid?
Aren't you?
She might... It's time.
She's...
I thought Sigrid strong enough. Exile was her own motion.
Why did Sigrid go into exile?
Sigrid built an altar by the shore for her rite of thanksgiving. A ritual to part her from her teacher. Sigrid claims her offering was spurned by the gods. The spirit remains with her, and she's taken to exile.
I'd like to ask something.
Then ask.
I assume Augur is another word for mage.
I am a mage. Yet not all mages are augurs. I give counsel to other mages, and the Thane. In turn, an augur takes counsel from the gods, and shares it with the Hold. I make their will known to us, and ours to them.
So you're an ambassador to the local spirits?
They protect the Hold. They help drive off spirits who've gone bad with rage or gloom. The gods live with us. Ignore their offerings, offer them nothing, and it weakens us all.
You let spirits possess your mages on purpose?
What better teacher than one woven from magic? The spirits in the Hold have helped us in this way for hundreds of years. Once a mage masters their powers, their teacher departs, duty ended. Unless the mage is weak.
Abominations, wandering freely around the village. What a wonder we do not do this in civilized cities.
More proof lowlander cities aren't natural. No good comes of so many souls pressed together.
What happens to these weak mages?
Their teachers stay with them, and the other gods watch them both. so neither soul turns sick. If one does sicken, or the mage stands in risk of harming the hold, one day, they do not wake in their bed. It is very sad. It is what must be done.
No one thinks this is right, right?
I should be off.
Farewell. Be welcome.
Did you just introduce me to spirits?
The gods of the hold clamored to see you. I obeyed. For I'm their voice and their augur. And if I didn't show you off, they'd hound me for months.
What did you mean when you said I blaze like a fire?
How do you think you appear to the gods of the Fade? To those beyond the veil, your hand burns like the watchman's bonfire.
Are you saying every spirit in the Fade knows where I am?
Only those nearby, but thoughts spread quickly among the gods. They tell me strange things. That you muddied time's waters where the cliffs are red, and returned again. What are these whispers clinging to you? Less and more than spirits. They sing old hurts.
You can hear the Well of Sorrows.
An echo's echo. I've seen the last whispers of aged elf song in the Fade. What you carry is... older.
Do you know where your hold beast may have gone?
Storvacker? No. I've asked the gods, but they've seen no sign.
I should be off.
Farewell.
You haven't used up all your guesses.
I'm conceding. I wasn't very interested to begin with.
Well, then, just cross your legs and guess?
Conceding. I'm giving up.
Some seeker you are.
You're the Inquisitor. I hear your people already sing songs of you.
How are you so well informed?
Oh, Helstim soaks up gossip when he goes trading. He just returned from the lowlands. I'm Fulna Hethstotten, keeper of histories, and Skold to the hold.
I've never met a scold. Is that anything like a bard?
I suppose. Every hold has someone who sings its songs. Doesn't yours?
Fair enough.
We keep the old songs and histories, the oaths and the legend marks.
I understood all of that except legend mark.
The Skold before me was born Gulda Elsdotter. She crafted a great new tale for the hold. It pleased the spirits. After that, we called her Gulda Gildan's Song.
So they're titles, honorifics.
Not all carry glory. My father was Heth Mule's head. He'd never let go of a quarrel.
Can you choose a legend mark for yourself?
Only if I wanted to be scorned as a child. I've only been a Skold a few years. I've not made any great feats, good or ill. Yet.
Farewell.
Good journeys.
Half the traps were empty.
Is someone poaching? Can't be.
Welcome, Inquisitor. Though I fear our time for little more than a greeting. I must prepare these souls for their greater journey. particularly those who depart without the reverence due. Their way is often hardest.
I'm not familiar with Avar funerals. May I ask what proper rites entail?
When the time comes, we are given sky burials. For most, the body is laid out and prayers given. When the birds come, they carry the soul to the Lady of the Skies. The body, unneeded, is gone.
For most?
Some souls, such as Colden's, are chosen to return. The augur reads the signs at birth. It is a rare honor. In order to return, an offering is made to Korth the Mountain Father and buried beneath the body. A piece of the soul thus remains, allowing the rest to return to this world and be reborn.
Will someone not be given proper rites?
Colden Enverson is one of the few whose soul may return. Bloodkin must make an offering to the Huntmaster, who prepares it. Or so it should be. Colden's son, Finn, has failed in this duty, but then there's you.
Me?
You're a guest of our hold. A gift from you cannot be refused. Even an offering for Colden. I cannot dictate the nature of a gift, but if my suggestion appeals to you, speak to the Huntmaster.
I should be off.
Lady keep you.
From the north.
Why do they dress like that?
New captain is good. Fine work. New captain is good. Fine work.
Inquisitor, I'm honored by your visit. I'm Finn Coldenson. Forgive me if I don't stand to greet you properly.
How were you injured?
A storm blew up a few months back. It's the worst we've seen in a while. I was helping to secure the fishing boat. Einar nearly fell in. I caught him, but the current caught me. My leg got crushed against the rocks. It hasn't set properly.
I know about your father's burial, and the offering.
I tried. I dragged myself out of this cursed bed, but the pain... I collapsed. The Huntmaster found me and dragged me back. Said we didn't need another dead man.
I'm told I can make the offering as a gift for the hold. I'll try to do so for your father.
He won't be my father much longer.
What do you mean?
I can't make the offering. When the sky burial's complete, I'll lose the right to bear my father's name.
Wait, so he does this or he's the wrong kind of elf?
What?
Never mind. You help.
Whether or not he's my father, I still love him. I would not see his soul severed from the earth, if it's meant to return. If you can make a gift of the offering, there's no way I could repay you.
I'll let you rest.
Lady keep you.
Welcome. So long. Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter, or you're just wandering? Now you lowlanders see many holds, and I'll tell you, there are none finer.
I assume you go hunting yourself?
Of course I do. Who says otherwise?
No one.
I lead our hunt. once, Inquisitor. My leg aches. One eye can't see in the dark. And I bring more meat than anyone in the hold. Goat's piss do I hunt.
I apologize. I was just curious.
Suppose you can't help Lowlanders' manners.
I spoke to the woman preparing bodies for funeral. She said I might make an offering. For Calden.
How would... as a gift? Sly woman. In that case, I'll accept an offering from the hand that gives it. Tradition says the offering's made to Korth. Only creatures who touch the god's realm will do. I'll mark where someone last spotted. It'd be an unmatched gift, Lowlander. I still pity Calden's son, though, losing his father's name.
Farewell.
Farewell. Inquisitor?
Do you have any idea where Storvacker has gone?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. She might be after the game in the valley to the west. As the weather's turning, I'd not think she'd roam further.
Farewell.
Farewell.
So, come to test yourself.
How so?
Our warriors want your measure, Inquisitor. Bring us an offering, and we'll let you fight Hakkon's trials. Stonebear Hold would know if the spirits favor you. So would I.
What is this trial exactly?
Battle against our best. Wit and muscle, and steel against steel. Not to death, just surrender. In case you're afraid.
I've faced much worse than the Avar.
That demands proof. We're ready to see it when you have the courage.
Why do you pray to Hakkon when his fanatics cause you so much trouble?
Hakkon Wintersbreath could be testing us through those fanatics. He could be a cruel god, Lowlander. He'll favor the victor and no other. Strength to strength. If the jaws of Hakkon tried to raid us, we'll feed their scraps to the bears.
Farewell.
Safe journeys.
Needs a hat. And breech.
Well met.
Can we begin this trial of Hakkon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakkon and the dead.
Farewell.
Safe journeys.
still here. The grass is trampled down here. Fight?
I do not think so. There are tracks. It was likely a hunt.
Probably not important. Vial of lyric.
An inexperienced mage might use up a good deal of energy banishing a spirit.
Then why is the vial still full? A skinned bird and a bundle of incense.
Offerings both made of ritual. Why are they still here?
Good question.
You returned.
The augur told me why you're here.
That Chatterjay! What business is it of his to tell that to a lowlander?
About the ritual you were performing, Sigrid.
I had to burn a proper offering, then let my guiding spirit free. I made the offering, the gods did not accept.
I found a bird and incense by the altar. They weren't burnt at all.
I brought more than I needed. When I fled, I left everything.
You would have needed to take the lyrium at the start of the ritual, not the end.
Aye. And so?
The vial I found was full.
Do you accuse me, stranger?
Perhaps it would be easier to confess what happened to a stranger than to your people.
So even a stranger senses my shame. I made no offering. I prepared. I began the spell to release the spirit here with me.
And?
I could not do it. I have no close companions in the hold, no kin. I cannot lose my only friend.
You're friends with this spirit?
It has taught me with patience and kindness since I was a child. Frightened of the fire I could suddenly call down. The gods change, the gods can die, and yet I do not want to lose the one who loves me.
So how does your teacher feel about this? Does it... or he want to stay?
He would, if I asked. The gods that teach the spirit touched are kind. I think the augur knew. All this time he knew I never cast the ritual. It is not right to stay in pity. I will confess to him.
The Inquisition could use a mage with a unique perspective. You and your spirit certainly qualify.
You want me to pledge my staff to your Inquisition? Even bound to a spirit?
Your people consider it a gift. I'm sure you can handle yourself.
Makes no bad idea. Just bad.
If she cannot, Inquisitor, the consequences are yours to bear. Inquisitor? She is an abomination.
It must be punishment from the gods to serve a lowlander for my oath breaking. It fits my shame. I'll find your camps and join you.
Still here? You need me for something?
Your worship.
Doing it again. Oh, I do apologize.
Now that's gonna be in my head all day.
You've styled your hair that way for ages now, Leliana. Why don't we do something new with it? I'm used to the way it is. What about our commander? He does something with his hair already. Oh, it does look very nice today.
I don't.
You mean it just gets that way on its own?
Not entirely.
Let's see what we have.